So now we have a main method where we made an int and gave it the value 29. Our next line is going to make an array with 3 elements in it, and it'll have the name nums. An int array with 3 elements is just 3 int variables glued next to each other. We can view it like it's horizontal, or we could draw them as if they're vertical. Either one of those is fine. I'll use this horizontal one. Since nums is referencing an array, instead of having it be a variable that could hold an int, I'll have it be a variable that can hold a reference to an array. When I say that nums is equal to a new int array with 3 elements, that creates a reference that refers to that array. So now we have a remote control that references those 3 elements. And we can access this one with index 0, this one with index 1, this one with index 2. The next line sets the value in nums at index 1 to be 25. And oops, I realized I didn't label our input to the main method args. For now, we'll just use a null reference. But technically, it's a reference to an array with 0 length. Next, we'll pass nums into a method as an argument. Since we're calling another method, we need a new stack frame. That method we named method 1. The input to our method was named input. The type of input was an int array, so we need another variable that can hold a reference. When we called method 1, we pass nums as our argument. So we get a copy of the value in the variable nums, we get a copy of this remote control, and we put that in input. So here I have a copy of my remote control nums, and since it's a copy, they both point to the same int array. The next line in method sets the value of input at index 2 to be 21. So we followed this reference from input to find index 2 and then set it to be 21. Is it surprising that nums and input both point to the same array? And so even though we're in method 1, we're in this stack frame and we can't access the main method stack frame right now, they both still can see the change that was made to this single array. When method 1 ends, we have no more lines of code. It's going to return to where it was in the main method, and we're no longer going to be able to access this stack frame method 1. So it gets removed. And again, back in the main method, our array reference nums references the array we had created, and it sees the change that was made in that method we called. Here's the code. See if you can trace it just like we did in the video.